Okay, everybody set? Thanks for coming out on another fine Washington State day. We're here today in a unique place. This is the collaboration between South Puget Sound Community College and Heritage Distilling Company. It is the first craft brewing and distilling associate degree program in the United States. It's yet another Washington State innovation to help to build our economy, to give our young people and not so young people a whole new career path. This is part of the craft district for the city of Tumwater. You're shortly going to see a number of businesses come around this facility, and you're going to see some great graduates of this program. It's pretty exciting to be thinking of a new industry that's perfect for Washington hops and grain and malt and great water, which we certainly have. We were also just celebrating some of the new work around the original Olympia Brewery, beautiful tower next, you can see from the freeway, and Tumwater has some hopes for its complete restoration. So we're having a good day here. It's the water in Olympia, but it's also training people to learn the art of craft brewing and distilling. So we're excited to be here. With that, I'm happy to stand for any of your questions.
Governor, on the historic brewery, investors have come and gone. The city has put $3 million plus into it. They have plans to at least keep it in good shape for an investor. They'd love some help from the capital budget, from legislators, from you. Are you going to be a supporter of them to help maybe restore that to its original glory?
Well, the state has already been a supporter of this program, and it's such a beautiful building. It's so historic. They've already put in, the state has already helped with hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think they've accomplished what they want to do, which is to stabilize the building. And the craftsmanship was so beautiful to restore that brick and the copper roof. It's really a gorgeous building. It has been essentially stabilized. So we'll stand ready to listen to new proposals to move forward. And I'm just glad that we have kept this part of Washington's tradition alive in such good condition now. We're really happy about that.
What does it say for revitalization for the future, past the pandemic? We've only talked about the pandemic for a long time.
Yeah. Well, I'm really excited what Tumwater's doing here. The old building, you're marrying an old, historic, beautiful brick building. That is a gorgeous thing you see from the freeway, and now to keep it in a new life is exciting. But it's tied to this new development, and we're seeing here in this building, again, this is the first associate degree program in craft brewing and distilling in the United States. And it's tied to a new bank, a new 100-unit residential construction, an amphitheater for music. This is a whole new community starting up in Tumwater. And it's really exciting because since the freeway came through and removed some of the businesses, it's now restoring a real central Tumwater, one of the Tumwater central cultural attractions. So it's exciting to see what's going on here. And it's very quickly, too. These things are going to happen just in the next year or two. Happy to stand. Any other questions, COVID or otherwise? You get a free shot at the governor? Yeah.
Do you have any update on regarding up north, the walk from like Everson flood victims? Is there any update to how they can qualify for federal funding or anything like that, and also state funding?
Well, we are looking at what we can do from the state standpoint. I've been in communications today with our emergency departments. I spoke to the executive of Whatcom County. We are exploring some possible state assistance to some small businesses, also some housing assistance. We're looking if we can use my strategic reserve, and we're scoping that out right now. Those are not massive amounts of money, but every little bit helps. We hope we can provide some help on those things. On the federal side, we're still in the process of assessing the total, compiling all the damages to see if we can qualify. That work is ongoing. We're all heartsick about the continued flooding. Today, the report is that some of the houses that were flooded a few days ago are flooded again today. And I know this just hits us so hard because these are people who cleaned up their house last week, and here they're flooded again. We know this is a major concern. And frankly, we know that the flooding will get worse in the years to come because of climate change. So I'm committed to doing something about climate change. I'm going to ask the legislators to attack climate change so that we don't see more people in the decades to come having their houses washed out. I went to a house up there in Everson. The flood had gone right through their picture window. flooded their whole house. I mean, it's like the Nooksack River going through their living room. And that's going to be the future of Washington State if we don't get on top of climate change. So I'm committed, and I hope the legislature is going to join me this year. We cannot allow climate change to flood the state of Washington every year and see this kind of damage.
What should folks expect with the Omicron variant? More restrictions? Too early to tell?
Well, there's so much we don't know about Omicron right now, more than we do know. We're going to get some additional answers in the next several weeks because we have scientific geniuses, including in Seattle at the University of Washington, who are going to be doing some research. Here's what we know about Omicron right now. It is just a reminder to get vaccinated today. You don't have to wait for research for weeks or months to know this simple fact. Getting vaccinated today is a smart thing to do, no matter what happens with Omicron, because it helps you today against the Delta variant. And we will believe it will provide at least significant protection in the future. So no matter what happens in the research, the common sense, the scientifically sound, the medically advised thing to do is get vaccinated today. And your booster. Everyone over the age of 18 now is authorized to get your booster shot at the appropriate time. The new research has shown that is increasingly important to increase the effectiveness of the original vaccine. So the message, if you want to spell Omicron, it's spelled vaccine. And that's what we need to do today. Now, the masks help too. We're continuing to use masks where it makes sense. Don't wait. Don't wait for research. Get vaccinated today. Anything else?
Governor, are you satisfied with the surveillance the state has in place?
Well, we do have one of the leading coverage of any state in the United States. We're one of the top 5 or 10 at least. So we have good coverage relative to other states. In an ideal world, you might want some more, always. But I think we have, in my view, an adequate knowledge to know this. A, it's going to get here. That's an inevitability. B, there's something we can do about it today, which is to get vaccinated. And C, to continue to look for additional therapies against it. I'm pleased that the FDA has now proposed an emergency authorization for the Merck oral antiviral. That's really good news. So my view is we should be doing today what we can do. Get vaccinated, wear a mask, get this oral antiviral on the hands of people as soon as we can. Those are good things. We know we can do those things and we should do them today. Anything else? Thanks very much. Be well. Stay dry.
Thank you, everyone.
We're going to head back upstairs and go check out community health for I don't know your